Let's see what the people are asking for. All right, let's see. Oh, someone just commented like 30 million times. Sato, 1,000x. Yeah, I mean it could. VRA. Maple. Nice. SHX and Velo. Let me just tell them. Yeah, that's it. Nice. What the hell? Let's look at some trending coins. Nothing. Wow. What's up, Shadow Frost? You didn't miss anything. It's an early live stream today, and it's Sunday, so probably not gonna get that many people in here. But gotta get in my live. Gotta do my live streams where I can. So it's Sunday. I don't know, man. You missed Dash going up. Like what? 67% in 7 days. What a nice move. It's pretty good. OXC is back, almost back, 10% away from being where I originally sold it. Vision go AWOL. He hasn't streamed in a while. I know. I saw he did post a food channel review though 2 days ago.
Back to back. So we have the Double Decker Supreme for $4. Now, if you're making a $4 taco, it better be good. This is what she looks like. Essentially, it is a hard taco wrapped in a soft taco. Doesn't look anything special. That's literally what it is. It's a hard taco wrapped in a soft taco with lettuce, tomato.
Man, when is this gonna move up? Taking a look at Veracity on the live stream. So for Veracity, unfortunately, it is still bearish as long as price action's under 2.028 to 2.053. So nothing has really happened from our last update video. You're around 149 to 300% to resistance. And then once we break this area, then we can start taking a look at the macro targets on the upside. But as long as it's under this area, unfortunately, it is still bearish. And yeah, that's pretty much it. None of this is financial advice. It is just my opinion, and thank you. And then Maple. Taking a look at Maple Finance on the live stream, so syrup. I think we said we were in we had resistance. Yeah, we had support here at 30 to 41 cents. So we said as long as it stays over this area, then the targets on the upside are all still valid. Which actually, I mean, since June, it has managed to stay over this area of support. So obviously, when we turn bullish again, the next target is breaking the 618 at 56 cents. And then making a higher high at 94 cents than where it was previously released at with this wick at $1.81. And then Moonboy target for this bull run, I mean, once we do break double top and break out, should be Maple Finance to $12.16. But obviously, we'll keep monitoring it once we do move up, and we'll take it day by day. And yeah, none of this is financial advice. It is just my opinion, and thank you so much. I guess we could make a Dogecoin video. How's Jesus Coin doing? Oops. Yeah, we're still consolidating in bearish territory, unfortunately. So it's not really doing anything. Good morning, everyone. It's Crypto Meow Analysis coming at you with an update video on Dogecoin Mars. So we're just in the waiting room right now for Dogecoin. Unfortunately, we're just waiting to break we're just waiting to break out. Obviously, we're just making lower lows right now. We actually put in a cycle low. So we were as low it's ever been back in September, so a couple weeks ago, since we had its all-time high in November of 2021. So we're going on 4 years next month of basically selling off, unfortunately. I don't like the fact that it made a lower low because obviously if you still got sideways action and consolidation, then you obviously put in a bottom. But the fact that we made a cycle low just a couple weeks ago, I don't like that. That means that we're probably in for a little bit more consolidation, accumulation before we actually start moving up. But as I've said in every single weekly update video with Dogecoin Mars, as long as we're under this box, this beautiful purple box, it is still bearish. So there's no need to get excited. We've been here twice before when we had massive rallies. My videos were getting like 1,000 views at the time, and now they're getting like 100. So, I mean, it is what it is. I get it. People only search it when we're going up for some reason. But we're going to look back at this period again, and we're going to have an opportunity to sell at profit. And we're going to say, hey, remember when we were accumulating it back here when it was at its cycle low, and now we're up 200 to 300%. But at that time, we have to decide, hey, is this it, or are we going to hold it because we're going to get its monster bull run, which I do think we're going to get. I mean, a couple of times, like we've looked at this in the past, but I guess we could take a look at it again. Dogecoin has a lot of locked liquidity. So if you look on the deck screener, if you actually look on the locked liquidity, there's a lot of pairings. Like for example, V2 on Uniswap has $12.7 million dollars of locked liquidity. Very, very, very. That's a lot. That's a good. That's relatively a good portion. That's locked. So it has a lot of locked liquidity, which is very, very, very important. If you don't know what liquidity is, definitely Google it and figure that out because it's pretty important to know. And once you do look at it and once you do research it, you can understand why some people are so bullish on Dogecoin Mars. But that's pretty much it for Dogecoin. I don't have anything new for you guys, unfortunately. So we'll just have to take it day by day and make these boring videos. But obviously, I already know when we start going up, the videos, if you guys look at it, the videos are going to be getting like 5, 6, 7, 800, 1,000 views. But right now, obviously, they're not getting that much. And it's because we're at the cycle low. People are like, oh, this is a dead coin. This isn't going up anymore. But I still believe in it. I still hope in it. And if I'm wrong, I'm wrong. Then, for the 100 people that are here watching it, then we're all going to be wrong together. And no worries. It does happen in crypto. So, and yeah. With that being said, none of this is financial advice. It is all just my opinion. I will keep you updated, and thank you so much for all of your support throughout this last, I guess, 3 years now of making Dogecoin content. Shadowfrost says, Toshi Cookie. Okay, Sharon says, good morning. Hope your back is improving. Yeah, it is. I did shoulders yesterday, but I did it all sitting down. And I did a little bit of abs, and I did feel it. But I did do my stretches yesterday, so I am a little bit more, flexible. So it's not bad. It's getting better. Can you look at everyone's favorite XPL and is Floki about to do a 10x? I don't know. Let's check. Let's check Toshi, which Shadowfrost. I uploaded a update video on it yesterday. We're just waiting to break out with Toshi. It does look like it's waiting to break out at 3085. And obviously, once you break out, you're validating this uptrend. You're just waiting to break out with Toshi right now. It's looking very, very, very bullish. So I don't know where it's going to land, but I don't know if you're in it short or if you're in it long term, which is like around a penny. But if you're in it short, just keep an eye on Toshi because it does look like it's going to pop. And then Cookie DAO. Cookie DAO did come back up and get stuck at resistance. Yeah, so it's such a noticeable difference when you take a coin like Toshi and when you can take a coin like Cookie DAO, because right now it's like you're getting stuck. You did use 9 cents 95, so around 10 cents as support, but you do need to get a breakout over this area, and then once that breaks, we can take a look at the targets on the upside. But as of right now, there's really nothing to look at. And then let's take a look at Plasma. Not bad. This is the coin that you said you bought at like $1.21 or something? Or was that the other person? This coin just come out, huh? Yeah, it did. 925. Okay, I gotta take a look at it on the hourly. We probably landed on the 0.5. Yeah, we did. So we had support at 81 cents, and keep in mind this is on the hourly, so just know that excuse me, the coin is very new. We have resistance here at 98 to $1.09. Once you get a break out of this area, I would say the next area of resistance is going to be $1.30, and then from there you need a breakout. If you don't, you're probably going to come back down, and at that point that's when you need to establish some sort of uptrend and then break out, because you don't want to come up, make a lower high, and then just start selling off again. So I don't know, like this is a new coin. It should theoretically have a big move. I don't know if this thing's just going to come out and go to zero, especially given that it's on Binance. So I do think you're going to have like an opportunity to get out. But just remember, before you buy, always look at the token unlocks, because look, if you look here, like they're unlocking, what is it? Ecosystem incentives. They're unlocking that, and then starting in September of 2026, they're going to start releasing investor and team coins. So that is inflationary. Typically what that means is like it will increase selling pressure. So just as long as you're aware of that, you should be fine. But again, that's not until next year. So right now, these ecosystem incentives aren't that big, that much money to make that much of an impact. But then it does become a lot. So no reason why you can't get a bull run here until for the next 9-8 months. So just, yeah, I hope this thing goes up for you. And then you said Floki. Damn, we haven't looked at Floki in a while. Yeah, for Floki, I think you're stuck at resistance, right? Yeah. So we said bullish over 3098, and you need to break 3016. So you're still validating this uptrend, making higher highs and higher lows. So you did break the 382, but then you did get back over it, which is good, which is where you want to see price action over the 382. Right now, 3016 is in play, and then once you break out, and if you're validating this trend, then you're making a higher high, and it should land anywhere between the previous high at 3035 to 2012, which on itself is around a 200 to a 10x. Can Floki 10x? That's pretty high market cap. That's 10 billion. So maybe it doesn't go all the way up there. Maybe you make a higher high here, anywhere between, maybe like a 5 billion, maybe like a half of that or something. But does it look like it's about to break out? No, it looks like it just came to this uptrend, and it almost used it as support before you got some sort of reversal. So a breakout would be if it actually gets to the 618 and you have this cup forming, kind of like what happened last time, and then you had a breakout and you made a higher high. So a breakout would be if it comes back up here, then you're having a breakout, and at that point you need to make the next higher high, which we don't know how long, we don't know where it's going to take you. So, and is it about to 10x? I mean, 10 billion market cap is steep. Can it go to 10 billion? Yeah, it can. So just FYI, 10 billion isn't that crazy. That's where I think my meme coin can go, but that doesn't mean that I'm going to hold everything and sell it at 10 billion. I'm going to be selling it incrementally as we get to like 1 billion, 2 billion, 5 billion, 10 billion. So definitely take profits on the way up. Good morning from Florida. Man, I wish I was in Florida right now. Dude, Mog ran up last night. Let's see. Is Matthew Jobco here? We're not allowed to look at this until Matthew Jobco gets here. Yeah, I had a nice move. Yeah, it did have a nice move. We almost taxed support. We're back over the 382. What you don't want to see is making a lower high because you're still technically in a downtrend. we do need to get a breakout, and the breakout should send us to a higher high at 5022. So listening while cleaning up my Airbnb, getting it ready for the next guest. Let's go. You don't want to cut into your profits, huh? You don't want to just hire somebody to do the cleaning, right? You're like, screw that. I'm going to do it myself and pocket all the money. Let's go. How high do you think Dad can go? I don't know. I'll tell you for $7. What is this? DAG Constellation. Wow, this coin came out in 2018. Wow. What does this coin even do? Okay, so it's 77 million market cap. It looks like it's almost fully diluted. So there's no more surprises. Obviously, it looks like it's fully diluted, which is good, which isn't inflationary. It looks like it has a total supply, circulating supply. Yeah, okay. Let's see. How high do I think it go? I mean, it doesn't look that. It has a pretty good chart. It has a really good chart. I like this chart. This looks like yeah, this is a really good chart. Ooh. Let me see. Let me sip some of my mushroom coffee. Nice. How high do I think it can go? Okay, so like let me tell you where I get my numbers from, so you don't just like think that I'm just pulling it out of my butt. Anyway, so when it came out, you want to take your fib from the high to the low, and then if you were to ask me, which is why I'm showing you this, because most likely that's generally speaking what coins do. I would have said, hey, like, you know, you have resistance here. Breakout should send you 618. 618 breakout should double top breakout should send us to the 1618, which congratulations, it actually hit 33 cents. You can see we got rejected here. And again, it's not going to be perfect every single time. Sometimes it'll go here, and then then you'll get your sell off, and then sometimes you'll come very short of it. So again, if you guys are selling on the way up, like, you know, this would have been a good time to sell even here, and then I guess if you timed it perfectly, but just FYI. All right, so now that you know that I'm legit, let's see. I would say, I mean, it's not crazy. A 10x from the previous high. You're looking at $3.31. It's nothing's bullish until we break 3 cents 90 and 6 cents 30. Okay, so it's still bearish as long as price action's under this level, which it is. You could still come back and make a lower low. So just be careful. How high do I think it could go? If it does break out, you're looking at around 100x. Is that realistic? I mean, you're looking at still under a 10 billion market cap. So Sharon came in here and asked if Floki can 10 billion, and Floki is a meme coin, and it can. So if you're asking me if this coin, which I don't know what it does, but if it's legitimate, it looks like the holders are going up. It doesn't have that many holders. So obviously, if it gains traction, if it does something, if it gets good partnerships and stuff, then there's no reason why this thing can't go that high. Because even 100x, you're still looking at under a 10 billion market cap. Okay, I'm just gonna put the price around $3. So, but regardless, don't say, oh, Crypto Analysis says it's gonna go to $3. No, none of that is valid. Just like how I would have said before, which is why I showed you that, like this previous area. Nothing's bullish until we break this area of resistance, and then until you break the 618. So this might be one of the coins that has a 618 retracement. You get a 4x and you just hold it, and it goes back down to 0. So you have to really consider that. You have to really consider that too. 13 cents could be the top for this. And I know you don't like to hear that. I know people don't like to hear that, but that's just the truth. So if you're putting in 10 grand right now and you're at 40 grand, maybe take your 10 grand out. That way you don't lose any money and you just let the 30 grand run, you know. Just FYI. But yeah, that's pretty much it. Not financial advice, just my opinion. That was a good analysis, Kevin. Right? That was pretty good. Casey Peterson says Swiftcoin and XYO. So those are both watch list videos, and we uploaded both the videos yesterday. So definitely go check it out on the channel. Nothing has happened with Swiftcoin, so I could take a look at it really quick for you, but again, we make weekly update videos on this. Yeah, nothing has happened with Swiftcoin, and then yeah, nothing has happened with XYO either. So there's really no updates on the coins. You're welcome, KC. You're welcome. Yeah, nothing has happened. There's really nothing to look at it. We talk about resistance and support every single week on the weekly update videos. So, it's just like the same thing. I'll watch the videos from yesterday. Yeah. But we're just in the waiting room. We're just waiting for it to break out. So there's really, I mean, if you watch the videos from last week, it's kind of the same thing too. I know a lot of people get excited for these little small moves, but what you really want to see is breakouts. So like it's really exciting when you're over here and you actually broke this previous top with Dogecoin. In theory, it feels like it should just run, but it's kind of disappointing when it only goes up. You know, it only goes up another 10% from the previous peak. So literally you had to hold from May to July in order to make 10%. So yeah, I'm just that like imagine that, but like with not just Dogecoin, but with like every single coin, and not a lot of coins are doing good. I know Swiftcoin is doing really good this cycle. Kevin B says thanks. It's a government utility token for Department of War and Air Force. Is it? Yeah, but is it contracted by them? Like, I don't think they have a contract with the Department of War, because I feel like this would be a lot bigger of a coin. That's weird. It's showing 47,000 holders, but over here it's showing 1.89 thousand holders. Maybe they have their own, like, wallet. Is that it? No. That's for mining. Yeah, interesting concept. I mean, if it gains traction, then it gains traction, then good for you. Then there's no reason why this can't 100x, because, again, it's a 76 million market cap. So, like, if I'm holding absolute, I'm not saying absolute garbage, but if I'm holding a coin that's 54 million, I'm like, oh, it could more than 100x. There's no reason why this thing that's, like, contracted with the government can't, if it is, there's no reason why it can't go 100x, so. Casey says, Swift, XYO, and Harmony have similar tokenomics, so I've been rolling them over into one another to accumulate as they diverge and reconverge on a smaller time frame. Dude, that's too much work, Casey. You're putting in too much work. That is very crazy. Oh, we can take a look at Harmony One. So back in the day, I had a member, and the member coin was Harmony One, and we used to look at Harmony One all the time, but they actually canceled their membership, so I had to remove it, and the videos weren't doing that well for me to like continue to do it anyway. So let's see. Let me see if I could actually search my channel for this. Oops, not shorts. Harmony. Yeah, 1 year ago, yeah, like they were doing 72 views, 120, things like that. Yeah, we were looking at this 2 years ago. Wow. Old videos. Oh yeah, this one was from 2023? Yeah. Oh my god. Look at this. This is the moment. Tonight is the night. Hey guys, it's Crypto Analysis coming at you with an update video on Harmony One. So I just made a long video, but I had to delete it, so I'll just get to the point. So for Harmony One to be considered macro bullish, it needs to get above 9 cents. And short term, it needs to stay above the 15, which is exactly where it's at right now. And then for a bigger move up to a retracement to the 1618 at 5 cents, that's still not going to put it macro bullish because it has a long ways to go. Yeah, so it would be... So what did I say, 5 cents? Did it go to 5 cents? No, it didn't. Yeah, it almost did. 6 at 14 cents. It almost looks like it wants an slow move up where it's like, okay, broke the 236. Where was this? That was here. We'll break the 382, tag the 5, and then the next it'll go up to the 618 and bounce off the 5 and so on. Or with the volume, it could just go up to the 160. I wasn't that off. Not bad. Yeah, XYO, unfortunately, it's still bearish. Like, there's nothing's changed with XYO either. We just have resistance here. Sorry, not XYO, Harmony One. You've been getting stuck here since 2023. So the good thing is that you're making higher highs though, but you're coming all the way back down. So you're making this megaphone pattern, which I'm not a fan of. Let's see. Oh my god, we've been live for 32 minutes. That's insane. What's up, Fernando? I got nothing but time. I double my tokens using that method. Yeah? Londano, what's up? What is up? Thank you for always commenting positive stuff on the page, man. I hope your coins go up. I hope you make it. I hope I make it too. But thank you for commenting, always being nice and stuff. So I appreciate that. We're all here for one reason, and we're trying to make it. We're trying to have our coins go up. My coin sucks, but like at least I think you're holding good coins, or real coins, not just meme coins. Let me know what you want me to look at for you, and then let's take a look at NXRA, and then we could take a look at Reacts. What is this? Oh, relatively small market cap. Yeah, so like this is another coin, just be careful. Oh, no way. No, this isn't the release series. Lame. And it's all the way in Virginia. I'll pass. Let's see. Yeah, so just be careful with NXRA. Damn, it is going... Wow. Did I miss something? Like... I guess no. I mean, it is going up temporarily. Taking a look at NXRA Nixara on the live stream. So we are having a nice move up here, but just be careful. I mean, we've had a lot of good moves up with this coin, but it does look like every single time you make a lower high. So for example, here you made, you bottomed out and then you came up to 0.5 and then you made a lower low. Here you came up to resistance at 1 cent 90. You made a lower low. And then this here, you never actually came up and retested this. So we might, I don't know where it's going to land. I don't know where we're going to end up landing, but on the mat. So if you're trading it, good for you. But if you're just dollar cost averaging down and accumulating it, nothing is bullish with this coin until we break 2 cents 50, and it's bearish as long as price action's under around 1.5 cents. So you do have to get a breakout over this area. Once this does break out, then I'd say to the moon, we could start taking a look at it, the bigger targets on the upside. But we could still come up here, get stuck, and come back down. And what that's going to do is it's still going to validate this downtrend that we're in. So nothing's bullish until we break this area. But that's pretty much it. So far, so good though. Congratulations, whoever bought the bottom and you're holding it because you're up 55%. That's not a small amount. And yeah, that's pretty much it. I will keep you updated. None of this is financial advice. It is just my opinion. And thank you so much for your support. And then Chatster says React is sending. Let's see. Oh, it looks like it's breaking out. Yeah, so it's not bad. Taking a look at reactive network. So congratulations. I mean, you came down, you retested support here at the 236382, and then now you're attempting to get a breakout. So we do need to redraw this target right now. So from the high to the low, yeah, you just broke the 618. So you came up, double topped, and now you're breaking out. So the target's on the upside right now for reactive network is making this higher high, validating this chart at 14 cents 90, previous high, and then Moonboy target for reactive network is price target up to around $1.50 on the upside. But in terms of the targets on the downside, again, if we do have some sort of correction, it needs to stay and maintain price action over this box. You're still technically validating an uptrend. You're still making higher highs and higher lows. So at any point, if it does break below this area, I would say the top is in. We're probably in for a deeper correction before we get a reversal. But that's pretty much it for reactive network. None of this is financial advice. It is just my opinion. And thank you so much for your support. I appreciate your channel. You do good TA for sure. Thank you. I really appreciate that. A long video for the boss man is approximately 3 minutes. Yeah, I know, right? There's no need to like talk about like the fluff, man. It's like when I want to buy a coin, so like next cycle when I buy Bitcoin, it's gonna be so simple. I'm gonna have my Robinhood up, and I'm just gonna be like, oh hey guys, I just bought my first time. Like the video is gonna be like my first time buying Bitcoin. It's gonna be like, oh man, that's so nice, but it's gonna be like, oh hey, I bought Bitcoin right now, and the reason why I bought it is because we're oversold on the daily. Obviously, we're gonna take a look at it on the weekly too. Sorry, on the weekly too. That's when we're gonna be putting in more because you can see on the weekly time frame, very little. There's so much time in between, so you want to capitalize on when the RSI is oversold on the weekly. So we're gonna make videos on that too. But be like, yeah, bam, I bought now, and it's because we're extremely oversold. Blah blah blah. Here are the targets on the upside. If we do break down, here are the areas of support. So yeah, very, very, very simple. Lots of bullish updates soon for NXRA. My only coins are BTC, Avantis, and Toshi. Gonna buy another Lambo, aka 2 more small rentals. Hey, let's go. That is awesome. I want a Lambo. I want to be a Lambo moon boy. So for Bitcoin, yeah, let's make a video. Taking a look at Bitcoin on the live stream. So first of all, I think we made an all-time high with Bitcoin, right? Yeah, 11 hours ago, we just recorded an all-time high on CoinMarketCap. So congratulations to the Bitcoin maxis. You are breaking out again. I do think that, let me get this car out the way. I do think that the next targets on the upside with this breakout is between 139 and 148,000. I think that it is going to top out there. That is the next area of resistance. So maybe with the daily RSI, we do get one final push up like we have before we get some sort of correction and consolidation. And at that point, we need to redraw everything because we technically invalidated this because we just made an all-time high basically. So we do need to redraw all of our targets at this point. As far as the cycle goes, not so much everything before that. But as far as the cycle goes, because we just broke out. So we'll see how high it goes before we get some sort of correction. And hopefully it does hit the 139 to 148. Now taking a look at Bitcoin dominance, obviously I think Bitcoin dominance is going up right now. It is. We broke the 236 at 58%. We're sitting at 59%. I am really hoping that we get some sort of altcoin season soon. As long as 66% was the top, I would say 54%. It needs to break below 54% before we see any sort of increase in dominance on Ethereum and then altcoins. But that's pretty much it for Bitcoin. I will keep you updated. None of this is financial advice. It is just my opinion. And thank you so much for your support. And then you said Avantis and Toshi. Hey, buddy. Hi, buddy. Avantis. Let's see what's going on with Avantis. Hi, buddy. Lady. Come on. Oh, you know what? Hold on. I have to... Oh, man. Hi, buddy. Hey. Here you go. Sorry. I have to feed my cats. I forgot I put their food out. Yeah, so I guess let's make an update video on Avantis. So taking a look at Avantis on the live stream. So let me just delete some of my scribbles. So right now we're just waiting in. So we retacked support here at 82 to $1.24. Right now we're just waiting to break out. I would say 291 would be the next target on the upside. And then obviously if we've bottomed here with Avantis, then I would say the next all-time high is up to $4.70 and then $11, and then we'll just take it from there. But right now, what we don't want to see is a break below this area, because if it does break below 82 cents, we're probably in for a deeper correction and more consolidation before we start moving back up. But technically, as of right now, 291 is the target on the upside, as long as we consolidate over this area of support. So that's pretty much it. Not financial advice, just my opinion. And thank you so much for your support. And then you said Toshi. Oh, I did an update video on Toshi too. So yeah, with Toshi, yeah, this is like beautiful. So you're just waiting to break out. Yeah, you're just in the waiting room for Toshi right now. It literally looks like it wants to break out. And just keep in mind, you're breaking the 618, which is great. So, I mean, 2012, sorry, 2013, and 2022 double top breakout should send you to the moon. And then Toshi, it's not that big of a coin anyway. Like, yeah, it's a 300 million market cap, right? So my target for 1 penny is around a 10x from here. So you're still looking at a 3.4 billion market cap. So you hear me say this all the time, like when people come in, like when Sharon came in and asked about Floki 10xing. Yeah, that's 10 billion, which is good. Dogecoin on Mars is 5 billion, which is with 100x actually. But for Toshi to 10x, again, it's a very small market. It's 3.4 billion market cap. So the highest market cap it's been was 419 million. So I don't think it's impossible. And it looks like it wants to kind of double top and then break out here. It's literally making its way back up. So very bullish on Toshi. And yeah, that's pretty much it. Not financial advice, just my opinion. Jason Sinkar's in here, and he just donated $2 for Toshi. Thank you. I really appreciate that. Yo, thank you. So I just did Toshi for Lindano. So yeah. J-Doc says, can you do Echelon Prime? I think there's another super chat, so let me bring it up for you so we don't forget about it. But I will take a look at it when I do. Ooh, oh my god. What the hell is going on with this? Are they like releasing coins or something? They are, but why did it go from $20 to $1.48? Okay, yeah, we'll take a look at it. Toshi is moving. I actually don't want to move it right now. I'm getting a bonus Tuesday, and I want to spend it on Hey, let's go, man. Congratulations on the bonus. Bonuses are awesome, man. Get yourself a Starbucks, boss. Yo, let's go for Londano for 4.99. Let's go. Damn. I should have went and got Starbucks. I had my Rise. I don't know if you know what that is. But Rise mushroom, it's like a mushroom coffee. I have it here, so. But if I knew you were gonna send $5, I would have got 2 shots over ice, 2 shots of espresso over ice with oat milk, because that's literally well, how much? It's $3.25. So for anybody that goes to Starbucks and you don't want to spend a lot of money and also drink a very sugary drink, you could go and you could just say, hey, can I get 2 shots of espresso, which is probably the most you need to like wake up and feel that like, energy. 2 shots of espresso with like, I get oat milk, but you could get almond milk or coconut milk or whatever. And you say, can I get that over ice in a grande cup? And it's literally like $3.50. Yeah, $3.25 or something like that. So very cheap, no sugar in there, and you guys will be good for the day. And thank you so much, Londano. I don't know if I'm saying that right. Londano. Nyo. So you have to say nyo because you have the little N thing. So Londano. Is that Italian? Is that Italian? You kind of look Italian too. You look like a boss. This guy looks like he owns a dealership or something. Oh yeah, well technically yeah, that's so funny because you have the car rentals. That's smart. Is there do you do it on Turo? Have you heard of Turo? Because I was actually thinking about buying a Lamborghini and then renting it out on Turo. I'm not even joking. I drive a 2008 Toyota Corolla right now, but I was thinking about buying a Lamborghini and then putting it and then renting it out on Turo. But it's an older one, and then I was looking up the like the requirements, and for you to have your car on Turo, it has to be it can't be over a certain year old. Okay. And obviously the one I was looking at, because I can't really spend like $300,000. It was like $98,000, and it was a 2008 Lamborghini Gallardo, and a very nice car, and it had like 40,000 miles on it. So I think it qualified based on the specs, based on the like the mileage, and then if it's servicing and things like that, then they'll take it. But because it's a certain amount years old, you need to provide additional paperwork on it. So. I drive an old Honda Accord. Hey, your gas is good. Your oil changes are like less than $100. Like your tires are like $300 to replace. Your maintenance is very cheap. I just after 2 years of driving my Corolla, I changed out like everything. The water pump. I had an oil leak. There was like a list of 9 other things, and I ended up paying $1,200, and it's brand new again. So if that was a BMW or if that was a Mercedes, it would have been like $5,000 in repairs. Nope, Colombiano. Ah, Colombian. Okay. No, boss. Here, I'm Spanish English interpreter court interpreter in Houston, Texas. Oh, that's cool. Turo is a great app. Test drive before you buy. Yeah. Unfortunately, like in California, where I am, like where really I am, they don't really sell old Lamborghinis. So the ones that I've been looking at, they're in like Oregon, they're in like Virginia, and like what do you call it, North Carolina, like one of those places. Okay, I guess if I really wanted to do that, and I guess if I really wanted to like make some extra income like that, then I'll just have to do that. I'll just have to just dive foot first into it and make it happen. Yeah, not bad. I'm gonna have to do something different because I feel like I feel like there's plenty of opportunity out there to make money. It's just going to take time and effort. So, with YouTube being one of them, obviously. PMG Mile says Turbo and Peanut TA. Yo, thank you so much for the 2 beans. I really appreciate that. But that only gets you one, so you got to pick your favorite one. I'm just joking. Imagine. Imagine if I was being serious. Yeah, so taking a look at Turbo on the live stream. So nothing has really changed from our last update video. Unfortunately, we didn't hold support for it to be very bullish, and we are retesting this area of support as resistance at this point, and we're making a lower high, validating this downtrend. However, on the bigger time frame, we're actually still over the 382 here at 2033. So what you don't want to see is making a lower high and then continue the selling. That's why we have this box, because given that that does happen and we break this area, this is the next landing pad for Turbo, which is 2019 to 2025. However, we have a shot technically because we are over the 382, and I would say we have a lot of area of resistance to cover. I don't know if we're going to come up here again for the 3rd time and then come back down and then just consolidate. So I don't know how long that's going to happen for. So we really need to get this breakout, and the next higher high should send us to 2087, then previous all-time high. And then if you're asking about the macro target currently, given that we haven't sold off yet, for Turbo, I would say that the target would be around 6 cents, so 6.5 cents, let's just say 6 cents, which is around almost a 15x from the current price. So can Turbo 15x from the current price? Well, it's a 260 million market cap. A 10x would be 2.6 billion, and then a 5 times that would be, what is it? Like another 5 would be 1 point whatever, 1.5. So yeah, it's still going to be under a 5 billion market cap. So I don't think it's impossible for Turbo to get to 6 cents at least in this cycle, given that we maintain price action, bullish price action over 2033. But that's pretty much it for Turbo. None of this is financial advice. It is all just my opinion. I will keep you updated, and thank you so much for your support. And then Peanut. Peanut's okay. I know a lot of people always ask, hey, what should I do, Peanut, or should I do Mudang? It's like, okay, well, Mudang already ran, but so did Peanut, I guess. Let's see. Yeah, so Peanut, unfortunately, is still bearish under 23 cents. You're making lower highs right now. So the good thing is, though, you're actually maintaining price action over this previous floor. So you're making lower highs, you're just getting an area compression. Typically what that means is you're probably going to get a breakdown. However, that it doesn't always happen. You could just get a break. You could just, blow up on out of here too. So on the upside, you have resistance here at 23 to 39 cents. And then once you break that area, then we could start staying to the moon. 77 previous high, and then Turbo or Peanut up to $16. But I don't know what the market cap is, and I don't want to look at it, because we have to get through this box first. So yeah, that's pretty much it. Thank you so much for the 2 beans. I really appreciate that. That's awesome. So thank you so much for the super chat. Lastly, I think everyone here, as long as you're holding assets, will make bank a very merry Xmas. I don't know, man. Look at Elon. I need this to go like that, man. If this thing does that, oh my gosh, I'll be rich. Yeah, I will be rich. If it just needs to do that, that's it. Come on, Dogecoin. Okay, so for the guy who asked about Echelon Prime, I'm sorry, I had to take care of the super chats first, but thank you so much for your patience. Yeah, I don't know what's happening with Echelon Prime. So, I mean, the daily RSI is basically off the charts. The stock RSI is completely reset and very bearish. So, I mean, theoretically, if I were to buy this coin, it would be now. But if you're dollar cost averaging, maybe don't, because we don't know how low this thing can go. Taking a look at Echelon Prime on the live stream, unfortunately, there is no, it didn't hold any areas of support. So it just basically made a full round trip for some reason. I'm not really sure. In terms of the targets on the upside, nothing is bullish until we break 451. And as long as price action is under 291, it is still bearish. So you have you have a long ways to get to resistance. And just keep in mind, don't get overly excited if you're accumulating and holding long term, because technically it could still come back up to 106 to 200% pump, still be bearish and come back down to make a lower low. And it's not something new for this any coin to do, obviously. I mean, you had an opportunity to buy the dip here and then making 125%, and then same over here, right? So over here was 69%. So again, what we really want to say is consolidation, accumulation, and then a breakout over this area. But we can still come back up here, get stuck, and come back down, make a lower low. So just be careful with that. And that's pretty much it for Echelon Prime. None of this is financial advice. It is just my opinion. I will keep you updated, and thank you so much for your support. Sharon, yep, Cardano is linking with Bitcoin. Oh, wait, did I miss something? Sharon said Cardano. I completely missed it. Don't, like, if I miss your coin, please type it again. Like, I completely forgot. So ADA, we make weekly update videos on this too. Unfortunately, there's nothing's changed with ADA. We still have resistance at 92 cents and $1.07. So we're just waiting to break out from this area. Double top breakout should send us to $2.37. And then obviously, once you double top here and break out price discovery, it should send you to the moon. So same here, you're just waiting for it to break out. See, a lot of coins are doing this and you're in this upward channel, and then my coin is over here at the lows. So that's what I'm talking about. Like when I say, hey, Toshi, Toshi's ADA, like all these coins are in the waiting room. That's what I'm talking about, because look, like super nice chart, right? Very nice chart, very clean uptrend. But clearly, I mean, this is very bullish. And then you got my coin that's all the way down here. So you'll never hear me say, oh my God, this coin is very bullish, because we're not. This is as bearish as it gets, unfortunately. So some of the coin, like Echelon Prime, what is this thing? It just went up to $27 and it's back down to $1.48. Why? Right, there has to be a reason. Yeah, I don't know why it came all the way back down, but whatever. Oh my God, Bitcoin hit 125K. Let's go. It's pretty good. This is bearish, though. We're probably going to get something big move down like this. Boom. These swings are so crazy. These swings are like $20,000, man. I guess almost $20,000. Wow. It shall do that. Thanks. You're welcome, J-Dog. You are welcome, man. Come on. Get me out of here. I would say I'm never going to do this again. I'm only doing it with Bitcoin next cycle because I know I can make money. But I also don't regret putting everything in Dojo on Mars, because I do think this is going to be my ticket. This is my one-way ticket. This is my one-way ticket to the Titanic, baby. What one-way ticket to the Titanic. Oh, but the Titanic sunk. Yeah, but not everybody died, you know. You gotta look at the positives, baby. Women and children, yeah, no. Sorry. Get out of my way. Like, I'm getting on this ship. I am getting on this rocket ship. Like, I don't even, like, it's a joke. It's absolutely a joke. Where is it at? I am getting on this ship. That's perfect. Yes. There we go. Matthew Dropco, congratulations on the MOG move. Congratulations on the MOG move. Matthew Dropco, ladies and gentlemen, one of the very few people that is actually making money this cycle. Ladies and gentlemen, Matthew Dropco's up 46% from one of his positions that he's bought. And I know he bought back here, so damn. You're solid, man. And it give you a 6x. All I had to do was just put 10 grand in here and then rotate out and get like 70 grand here, 77 grand here. Damn. Maybe one way to get to the Hindenburg? No. Yo, I'd rather... dude, you have no chance with that. But some people jumped off, right? Hey, no scratching the couch. Hold on. Hey, no, come on. Hey, no, come on. You want a treat? Come on. You want some treats? You want a treat? Come on. There you go, buddy. This is my buddy. Look at this. He does that to get my attention. And then he's like, oh, hey, I want treats. So he just wants treats. And he just wants love. I think it's been a while since I gave him any attention. He just wants love. Alright, let me give him some treats, because he'll get mad otherwise. Okay, but I already gave you guys treats this morning, so... There's no treats. Here you go. Come on. There you go. There you go. Ah. Yeah, I don't want to burn. I'm not going to burn. Sharon, I don't see the button to super chat. You don't have to super chat. I really appreciate the thought, though. It's totally fine, Sharon. You're going to super chat when you get your dollar. How about this? How about I'll tell you how to super chat when what's your coin? It goes back oh yeah, plasma. When plasma goes back to $1.50, I'll tell you I'll literally like tell you how to super chat when this goes back to $1.50. So, I got you, but for now don't worry about it. Yeah, the Hindenburg looked worse than it ended up being, and the reporter who cried on radio watching it got fired for being emotional. Many people lived. Also, there was a conspiracy about the whole thing anyway. Yeah, but there was also a whole conspiracy about the Titanic. There was always a conspiracy. There's a conspiracy about everything, but there might be truth to it, man. I don't know. It's like if I don't know if I'm not certain, then like honestly, I don't even. It's indifferent to me. I'm not gonna like. What am I gonna do, man? I'm a squirrel living in someone else's world. Like what? Love it. We have 5 pups. That's so cute. 5 pups. That's a lot. 5? Oh my gosh. Did your kitty inspire? Yeah. So so it's actually on my channel. So she's no longer with us, unfortunately. I have her ashes right here, and like her paw print, and then like her little crystal thing that we made for her, and all this stuff. But she inspired me to make the channel. So she's actually on my banner. Very sweet cat. Very sweet cat. This one. But no, these two are new ones. So after this one passed away, like 2 years ago, which is when I made my channel, like a little bit more than 2 years ago, we got two other cats. So we moved, and I was like, hey, I'm never gonna adopt cats again because it was just brutal losing her, very emotional. But when we moved, these two kittens, like they were like literally 3 months old. We were moving into our new apartment, and literally, like these two came out of nowhere from the bushes, and like the white one like jumped on me and like was like being super like, oh, like love me, and then the other one was just like kind of like skittish, but they were together. So the orange one you saw, they were like brother and sister. They were from the same litter, and they always stuck with each other. But then I was like, hey, like I told my wife, I was like, hey, I'm never like we're not doing this again. Like let's just like take a break on cats. And then it started raining, and then like I was like, dude, like these cats are like out there, nobody's gonna take care of them, you know, because they're just apartment. They were in our apartment complex, and they would like. And I was like, all right, let me go see if like at least they're like people let them in and stuff. But they were like one of them was like in the bushes, just like dirty, getting wet, like the orange one, and then the white one was like also all muddy. And I'm like, oh, like okay, like honestly, like I can't do that. So I got the carriers again. And this is like literally like I sold everything. Like I was so set on not adopting cats again. Because she had like leukemia and then she had FIP and it was just like so freaking brutal. I don't know, like you guys probably don't know what that is, but she had like feline FELV, like feline leukemia, which is like it could just activate in her blood at any point, which is what killed her. But she also had FIP, which we cured like 1 year before. So like literally, man, like it was just like it was so brutal, so freaking brutal. But anyway, yeah. So what was I? Oh yeah. So like I was like, dude, nobody's gonna adopt these two cats. Like nobody's gonna take them in. And after a week, we like I went and rebought the carriers that I just like basically donated. I went and bought new ones, and we got them, and I took them in, fixed them, like did from 0 to 100, checked them for leukemia and all that stuff. Thank God they weren't sick cats, so they weren't sick. And then we brought them in, and they're 2 years old, basically. And we didn't really know their birthday. It's getting hot. We didn't really know their birthday, so I just put their birthday as my birthday. So, which is cool because they just had a birthday not too long ago. But anyway, yeah, that's it. Let's see. What did I miss? Something about the gas using one versus the other was trying to make people buy the one versus the other one. Yeah, but you're filling up your balloons with helium. Or no, not with helium, with wait, what the hell? It was hydrogen. That's right. So not helium, but hydrogen, which is extremely flammable. Dude, I don't want to like how safe can that actually be, right? Sharon, watch from your Sully bottom right one. I think helium versus hydrogen. Yeah, it is helium versus hydrogen. I think Vision is still on vacation. No, he's not, because how is he on vacation if his videos like he's not on vacation, because look. Vision. Look, he just uploaded this video.
Hello traders, and welcome back to the TradingView channel. In this video, we're introducing our new AI indicator.
Good. Yeah, look, how's he on vacation if he's still like at his home? Help me retire, please. Dude, that's awesome. No, I'm not gonna write that because he's gonna think like I'm like, what do you call it? It's crazy. Like, oh, I'm saying that to take viewers away from him. No, but I don't know. That's really crazy. I don't know. It might just be me, but I'm not gonna type that. Let's say, but I'm gonna type commenting for support. I don't care about Doge. Add Elon to it and we are talking. I don't know. It's super boring. What am I gonna type, man? I don't know. I don't care. Let's see. He did just make a food review. I made a comment on his video today about the blowhole term in his opening, and I said it reminded me of Seinfeld episode. I've never watched Seinfeld, so it was between Seinfeld and Friends, and we only binge watch Friends, not Seinfeld. They were sent to you. I know, right? Probably. They were probably. Look at this one. Look at this one. Hey, I love you. Do you remember when you were so little and you loved me and then now you just run away from me? Yeah. She used to cuddle with me all the time when she was a kitten, and then now when I try to pick her up, she just like runs away. But that one, the orange one, doesn't care. The orange one loves to be loved. Let's see. The one where Kramer is hitting the golf balls into the ocean. Oh, I didn't watch that episode. I don't watch Seinfeld. Only Friends, but yeah. Let's see. Well, on vacation from lives. Got it. Yeah, he'll be back. He'll be back when Dogelon starts mooning. Yes. Dude, look at this. Is this like too much to ask? Can it just do that or no? Here, let me I gotta start putting these on my thumbnails. Making it like super clickbaity, and then people are gonna be like, oh my gosh. This guy knows something that we don't. No, I don't know anything that you guys don't, man. We're looking at the same thing, man. I don't know, it looks like we're going back down. Oh, never mind, we're back. Dominic says, we are so back. Yeah, it looks like it. It looks like it on the hourly. Yeah, I guess if you look at it on the hourly, the stock RSI is completely reset. The RSI is neutral. We're going to get that next move up, validate this uptrend, consolidation, and then breakout. Next target should send us to, I don't know. Imagine doing TA on the hourly. Dude, this is all I want is this just to go up. Like, this is pretty bad. I wonder if there's still support. Is there still support? I guess, yeah, 707. Yeah, but we already knew that. We already knew that. Here, we'll put that here. What can we buy? You know, what's that? There's this coin on Gemini. And I mean, this is such a gamble play. But it's not listed anywhere. and it really reminds me of Decentraland. So this thing has like a place that you can actually enter. Where is it at? You could actually like play, it's like a game. You could actually like walk around and yeah, I don't know, but might be a good gamble play, especially now that I'm back on Gemini. Let me see. The problem also is that there is no liquidity on it. So if you try to buy, you're gonna push the price up to, yeah, I mean, like, there's no, you can't really buy it. Yeah. I think that if we get that Middle East peace deal thing, that'll help the markets and Congress opening back up, then Ukraine war ending, and then again, all those, we can buy more rumors, sell the news. Yeah. Yeah, I think that if all that happens, then we're probably going to get a huge market rally. But how likely is it to ever get peace in the Middle East? I mean, the Middle East now with Europe. What's up, Jifanto? Welcome to the end of the live stream. Welcome to the end of the live stream. How's Flipcoins doing? Coins doing? Yeah, this thing looks like it wants to break out, which we already know. How's Sneck doing? Yeah, Sneck's doing pretty good. We're just waiting for this breakout. Yeah, man, I think he's gonna make it. CKB isn't really doing much. Yeah, it's not really doing much, unfortunately. FitFi. Gotta look at FitFi. Yeah, FitFi's a huge gamble play, but it's on crypto.com. I mean, this thing is like 1,000x back up to its all-time high. And it's only a 4.9 million market cap. Hey, what's up, buddy? Hey. Okay. Cat has a zoomies. Kokoro on ETH. Oh, it's a huge gamble. Is this it? Doesn't look too crazy. You might have just topped out here, though. Most likely you hit the 236, which you did. Bearish under 5083. So if you caught this move, congratulations, because it's like 94%. Most likely that was the case here. Hey! Oh my gosh, it's going crazy. Yeah, 113%. 173%, wow. Yeah, so bearish under 5083, bullish over 4012. So, hey. 3.2 million market cap. 544,000 lock liquidity, which isn't crazy. It is a 8x backup to its all-time high, so you're still looking at 24 million market cap, which isn't crazy. And then if this thing's gonna moon, huge gamble play, around a 50x, I'd say 150 million market cap. So good luck, Jafanto. I wish you the best of luck. I wish you the best of luck. Now let's go back to Dogecoin. Damn, 86. Wow. Are we going back down or something? Is that why? Oh yeah, we are going back down. Oh, the guy marked the top. Yeah, the guy that said we're back. No, we're not back anymore. That's not good. You're welcome. I think you're the best, and I really do appreciate you. Your cat is a nice feature. The ways we chat with our fur babies. Yeah, that's true. I love my cats. They're awesome. And I talk to them like they are my babies. And it's because I don't have any babies. And it's because babies are way more expensive than fur babies. So yeah. Yeah. I'd rather have cats than human children. Unless my Dogecoin hits, right? Unless I somehow have like a well established baseline, like a nice house, maybe a couple Lamborghinis in the front. Like a cash flow with minimum effort. I'll do it. That's the only way that I'll do it. But until then, definitely not. Let's see. Man, these bots are just spamming KRN on my videos all the time. What is it? Quorden? Quorden. What is this? Yeah. Is it KWD? KRN. That's what it is. KRN. I think we're gonna call it here. We've been live for about an hour and a half almost. So yeah, I mean, pretty good stream. I mean, it's boring. We're just all in the waiting room. Unfortunately, there's really nothing happening with. Oh wait, now we're really going down. Yeah, there's really nothing happening with our coins right now. We're just in the waiting room, unfortunately. So, I really hope we get some sort of reversal. As far as Ethereum goes, I guess let's take a look at Ethereum before I leave. Because, I mean, where's ETH at? Yeah, so ETH looks like it wants to break out, but you're still making a lower high, which is bearish. You do need to get a breakout over 48.80. And then I think once we do finally break this iron ceiling, which we've had a problem with since, November 2021 and then August of this year for a double top. I think once we do break that, then we're going to get some sort of a price discovery rally where Ethereum dominance ends up going up, because Ethereum dominance actually did come back down. Yeah, it hit the 618 retracement at 14%. So I think that once that does happen and we break out, then we're gonna get something like this. And then when we get something like this and this starts breaking down, the same thing that happens with Bitcoin, that's when we're gonna get moves. So I don't know how much longer I don't know how long that looks like it's going to be, because I mean, I don't think we're going to, based off this, I don't think it looks like we're getting alt season for at least another couple months, because you got to wait until Ethereum breaks out in the tops and then go sideways. Kind of like when Bitcoin dominance drops, Bitcoin dominance consolidates sideways and then has a move down. You got altcoins going up, which is what just happened recently. So Anyway, I think that's it. I think we're going to call it here. So thank you so much for coming by. I appreciate all of your support. Thank you for all the super chats, all the members, all the subscribers. Thank you so much for coming by. Just remember, none of this is financial advice. It is all just my opinion. This is all just for entertainment purposes and nothing more. Have a great Sunday. Enjoy the rest of your day. I will be live again on Tuesday at 5 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. So thank you so much and have a great day.